Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today I have a digital speed paint for you guys. I haven't done a digital speed paint in quite some time, I believe, and I did it because I usually get back around 6 p.m. When I have afternoon classes, which I have a lot this quarter, so filming in natural daylight is kind of hard. So I also decided to do this because I haven't done a speed paint for digitally in a while, and I wanted to see if I improved. I feel like I have improved over the course of a couple of months, and I think it shows in this one. I had a lot of fun experimenting with colors. I mainly focused on colors and a dynamic pose, and I think it was successful. So the main thing that I wanted to portray was something happy and cheerful and really fun and springy, like springtime inspired. Now for the drawing, I definitely wanted something that had more action, that was portraying this happiness and movement, so I decided to make the dress flowing, and her hair is like up in the air as if she just landed on the floor in a field of grass or flowers or something. Initially, I wasn't going to use this sketch for this speed paint, but I just used it in the end because it turned out to be the pose that I wanted. With the exception of the legs, I did change the legs to be more of a jumping, running pose instead of just standing there, like accepting the breeze or something. And it's kind of funny because in the beginning, I was actually imagining that sketch to be candy inspired. But I ended up using it for this springtime inspired piece, which I thought was pretty cool. I guess that kind of shows that ideas can change over time, and this over time was like 5 minutes, but it worked for what I wanted to go for, so I'm happy with that. Now I know in the video it kind of skips from the really rough sketch to a more refined sketch with color swatches, and that's because I did that off camera. When I'm designing concepts, it's kind of hard for me to record because my program is kind of weird. It only records like 10 minutes and then it'll kind of not record the rest or overwrite it. So in that 10 minutes, I have to figure out what I want to do, and it's a lot of pressure, so I just did it off camera so that you guys wouldn't have to see all the boring stuff where I just keep going over and over with different colors and such. So I decided to figure out the colors beforehand and then just get straight into the line art and coloring, because the coloring is the main part that I wanted to focus on, since I feel like I've definitely improved since the last time I've done it. I tried to apply more of the color theory techniques, like using complementary shadow colors and different highlight colors instead of just white, and then like for the skin maybe I just use a dark brown, but this time I used a purple and I used a yellow just to make it kind of pop a little more, and I think that achieved it, but I definitely do still need practice in shading with the right color because I feel like it's a little bit off to me, but I'm not sure. Then again, I've been looking at it for like 3 hours. So I also want to try a little bit different things with my style. I colored in the line art different colors just to give it a softer feel so that it's not just a harsh black line, which I tend to use a lot in my traditional pieces. So maybe I can try to incorporate this softer line in my traditional pieces next time. That's all I really have to say about this piece. I did experiment a lot in this one, and I think that's a good like baby step towards being more courageous to trying new things, because even though it's digital, I still was hesitant. I don't know why, but I wanted to experiment more with the colors, and I did, and I feel like that was successful, but I definitely want to push it, and I'll try to study more on color theory and how to apply it to make things look realistic, or at least like believable in shadow, where it doesn't just stand out so much. And lastly, I know I didn't record it, but I drew a background off camera, mainly because I didn't know what to do for a background, and I didn't want to, again, spend those 10 minutes trying to figure out something and screwing up and going through a whole process, so I just did it off camera, but it's just a few blades of grass. I literally just like took the pen and swiped it across the tablet multiple times to make grass and then changed the opacity, did a gradient in the background, and added sparkles in Clip Studio Paint. The main program that I used for this was Paint Tool Sci, but I used Clip Studio Paint for the effects and for the background. So if you're wondering, that's what I used. So ultimately, I'm really proud of this piece. I really like how it turned out. I think it gives that springy feel. Plus, I also really like how the dress turned out, those colors. I got inspired by this one dress-up game that I play on my phone. And one of the dresses has this orange to aqua blue color, and I wanted to incorporate that into the piece. It didn't look like this dress at all. It was definitely more detailed. I just made it a random springtime dress with flowers, not flowers, leaves. And I changed the opacity on that too. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed doing this piece, and I definitely want to do more digital speed paints. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more digital speed paints. I can definitely do those more often than traditional speed paints because I can do them late at night and you guys wouldn't see a difference in the lighting. So that is it for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today and for sticking with me and supporting me in my art. Keep drawing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!